Hello and welcome back. This is Lawrence, and we're going to talk about the trade we took today on MRVL Tech, MRVL. But first, we're going to look at what happened daily this morning. So we saw that it gapped down below these two green pivots right here and opened up, what is it, a little bit above $81. Ideally, I would have liked to take this trade when it's below these two bottoming tails, somewhere below 80.40. But there's a lot of room below this to move, so it wasn't a hard set rule that I'm not going to take it unless it breaks this lower, because it's already gapped down below these two pivots, so I'm very, very interested. But we're going to take a look at the NASDAQ because this trade's on the NASDAQ. And we see that the NASDAQ also gaps below these little pivots here, and I put a line here to say that it has room down to about 370 area, so that's where I expect the NASDAQ to bounce if it did bounce today. And well, it looks like I'm about right. It dips a little bit and then just bounces up from this area. So somewhere around this area is where I'd expect the NASDAQ to go before it bounces. So if MRVL doesn't move to where I want it to by that time, when NASDAQ hits around 370, I'd probably be looking to exit because I'm afraid that it's going to bounce with the market. So we're going to go down to lower time frames and see what's happening. Pre-market, relatively range bound here, opens up and sets itself up really nicely. I was really interested because it just sets up a really nice bottom here, sitting right around the 80.58 area, not really breaking, not showing anything crazy. Volume's good off the open, a lot of downward pressure, gets bought up. So comes down, bounces, come down, bounces again, comes down, bounces yet again, sits really tightly on this bottom here, which is really, really good for me. I'm very, very interested, even though that it didn't break the 80.40 area that I'd like. But if it sets up really nicely like this, I'm going to take it every time. And just looking at the NASDAQ, what happened at the morning, pretty much the same thing. Opens up with a green candle and it just comes back down. So there's no super relative weakness in MRVL, but it looks like the market is trending downward to that 370 area and doesn't hit that until, what is this, around the 7:38 West Coast time, which is what, 10:38. Alright, so we get triggered in, immediately stopped out. There must have been some order below this point, which is pretty much around where we're thinking we should wait to break, but the pattern sets up like this, you really can't wait because there's no secondary entry here that you can have taken. But so we get stopped out here, drop about, I think it's a little bit shy of $60, get back in again, and it does go back down to our target, and we close up, 3 minutes before the NASDAQ hits the 370 support area, so I'm pretty happy with that. It does look like it's continuing to go down, but my rule is to take it at whatever my profit is, and that's what it is. So overall, we took home a little bit shy of $140, so not a bad day's work. It has been a little bit slow this year, plus just busy with work, so some mornings I'm not able to trade, but today we had a good trade, good pattern. It might have stopped us out at the beginning, but your rules say get back in, and today we're profitable. Tomorrow we'll see. But thank you all for watching, and like, subscribe. See you guys next time.